and I pay me war a year Tema Community 25 Lions Club members Elmenchia minimum AD and Comunina a Lions Club and I've seen the logo a couple of times on social media, on Facebook especially. Sometimes it just flashes and then I look at it, but as to what the Lions Club is about, honestly, I haven't paid attention to what it's about. I have the privilege to learn more about the Lions Club. Wabra Ayetema 25 for Empenny for Abeka Mensa, Minyomo AD and Komo. Lion Victor Kafui Agbenu Elmenchen, or a club president for Ayetema 20 Community 25. And Sylvia Arthur, and so a programs coordinator, Tema Community 25 Lions Club members, one more Elmenchen, and I pay Minyomo AD and Komo. Good morning, and thanks so much for joining me.
Good morning.
I'm hoping you're doing well.
Yes, we are good.
Okay, so curiosity, before we even start the whole conversation. I'm looking at all these things here. What do they mean?
Okay, so these are, these are pins. So in the Lions Club, when you excel in something,
Okay.
they give you a pin.
Okay.
So for example, this one is a training that I attended,
Okay.
Emerging Lions Leaders Institute.
Okay.
But this one is for club membership. When a new club is chartered,
Okay.
all the members have pins, and that is what we use to identify you as a Lion member.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting because it's got this, it gives you this sense of, regimental, military kind of thing. So I was curious to, find out what that meant. But Lions Club, what is it? What is it? Sorry.
Yes. So let me start with it. The Lions is an acronym which stands for Leadership, Intelligence, Our Nation's Safety.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
So, people would see lions and they'll think, what is it about?
Yeah.
But that is, the meaning. Leadership, Intelligence, Our Nation's Safety. So that is how it was couched as lions.
Okay.
And then we used the symbol,
Okay.
lions. So when you look at, the symbol, the one here is, referring to our proud past.
Okay.
And then the one here is our optimistic future.
Okay.
So that is what, the symbol, represents.
So I see international beneath it. It means that you are a worldwide club.
Yes. So the Lions Club is the largest humanitarian service club in the world. We are 1.4 million, people or members in 49,000 clubs in 200 countries.
Okay.
In Ghana, we have 44 Lions clubs in Ghana, and we are about 1,250 members in Ghana. So it's, these 1.4 million people are kind-hearted men and women who dedicate their time, their talent, and their treasure to help make the community better.
So humanitarian and then making the community better. Sylvia, what do you do?
Okay, so the Lions Club is built around 5 thematic areas. So our focus is on childhood cancer, diabetes, hunger, environment, and then vision. So this is what we do. As a club, we identify areas within our communities that need support in these thematic areas, and then we couch our activities in line with that to be able to make an impact in the society where we find ourselves.
So how does this take shape, these 5 thematic areas that you spoke about? How does it materialize? In what form does it materialize, this support you speak of?
Okay. So, for example, December and January is dedicated to hunger.
Okay.
So our focus, we are here this morning also to talk about our hunger activity in December and January. Okay. So what we do is in our communities, we know that Christmas is a time of festivity, and that's a time people eat and merry, but there are also people in the communities who are unable to afford a decent meal even around this time. So one of the things that we are going to do this year is to organize a donation of clothing, food, and drinks and everything to support these people. So this year we are going to an orphanage. But apart from the orphanage, we do this to the very vulnerable in the society.
Interesting, interesting. So, these themes that you speak about, so December and January is focusing on hunger,
yes.
and then supporting those who genuinely would not be able to feed during that period. How do you get the means to make this happen? For instance, if let's say you're going to feed a community of, let's say, 100 people, let's say 500 people, that's a lot of money. Seeing the prices of, goods and then, these materials on the market, how do you make it happen?
Yes. So, because we know that we are going to do these things, we plan ahead. We know that December and January is going to be our hunger activity, so we start planning about 4 or 5 months ahead. Apart from, contribution from club members, we also use our network a lot.
Okay.
So, for example, my office, I started speaking to people 3 months ago, telling them that, look, we are going to do this activity. At least for once, give something to touch lives. So I started raising funds from my office, and then through our contacts, with companies, corporate organizations, and families, friends, we try and pool resources together. That is what Lions do best. We have dedicated our time and our treasure to make this happen. We are not shy of going out there to raise funds, because we know that we are using it for a good cause. Yes.
Interesting. Forgive me if I'm prying too
fine.
much, but I'm just trying to get information for my viewers and my listeners to understand what it is you do. And I'm thinking about, you're supposed to be in the office, you're supposed to be at work, but for humanitarian reasons, you're sitting on TV and then granting an interview to enlighten people as to what the Lions Club is all about. It will definitely have a toll on your working life. If, for instance, you're supposed to go and do some donation somewhere in a force at a time when maybe your management of your company may not be too cool or okay with, how do you juggle doing these, humanitarian stuff with your main, working life?
Yes. So that is, the part that we say using your time, giving of your time. It's not only about affecting your work, your family as well, because most of the time you have to travel. So for the past 3 or 4 Saturdays, I've not been at home. There's a project here, you have to go. But you need to speak to your for example, your family, for them to understand that, look, this is what I'm getting myself into. And get them involved. So for example, if I'm going to these orphanages, I go with my kids.
Okay.
And they also see the other side of life. For work, you have to use your leave. Today I'm on leave. And I've used my time here. Lion Sylvia would have to go to work, but she's asked for an hour off just to be here. So all these sacrifices go a long way to help us achieve what we want to do. So it's quite demanding, but because of the love for what we do, we need to sacrifice a lot to get things done.
Well, I judge people very well. Sometimes you definitely make some mistakes, but I can see you guys are happy sitting here and talking about Lions Club because there's some joy in what you're doing and you're willing to make those sacrifices. That fulfillment, what kind of fulfillment do you get at the end of the day when your projects are completed? Sylvia.
Okay, so I think that being a member of the Lions Club, I always say that it's the intrinsic benefits that you get. I personally joined the Lions Club because at a point, I remember one time I was having a conversation with my friend and I said that, it's time to, try to do something that affects society positively. So we talked to a couple of friends, we inquired, and we decided that, what, let's do the Lions Club. So, once you go to, we did a project at senior high school. Yeah. And after that, when you see the children, it was a career session where we're talking to them about the career opportunities and courses that they need to study and all that. And after that, when you get feedback from the children, you're happy that, at least you've been able to impact somebody's life, not only for today, but also into the future. And that has the potential to, change the lives of many generations unborn.
Now, the way you are here and doing our issues, I am wrong, maybe. But I am who can join the club? But who can join the club?
Okay, so I would say that Anybody can join the club. Everybody. The only thing we advise is that usually, because the clubs are based in a community, we usually recommend, say, you join a club that is in your locality, so that, you know, the impact is felt in the locality, and then it doesn't also take a long toll in terms of, you know, traveling for meetings and all that. Into Obiabe Timia joining Lions Club. The other thing is that usually, apart from people that find out about Lions Club from the internet and other things, usually it is by invitation. So as a club, we would want our members to invite other people. Oba na ya ma mentor and our sponsor.
I think I will kasa.
To guide
you. Oba,
Oba, on say Lions Club, no, you need to understand the things that we do. In Oba, as a new member, you have to go through orientation. We need to be able to ascertain, say, really, you are in for the Lions Club, because sometimes people come with different ideas. But Oba, Oba, who you know, projects in the community. Into Oba, you say you are ready to dedicate your time, your treasure, and your talent. Then we will go through an induction process to make you a full member, and then we'll put you in a committee around the thematic areas. Now also I started to make impact to the society.
So someone just sent me a text message.
Okay.
I know it's a mischievous one.
Okay.
But the Nipano was in a watch said.
Okay.
Na or join him one. Some way what the man for no. With me, I am what Eddie Amano as a member of the club and now.
Okay, so well,
he's actually a host of this show as well.
This is a tough one. I mean, just like any club, our members, I mean, we network amongst ourselves. Of course, I mean, if a member has an issue and he brings it to the club membership, we can look at it and then maybe individually try to see how best we can help that particular member. But the club itself, we do not use the funds that we generate to give to use for our projects to give to members. We don't do that. So it might be on a personal basis that someone might be able to help, but not through the club.
All right. So what do you then, apart from the fulfillment you derive from supporting people, because she just made a point about some counseling session you went to do at the school.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure it falls within the 5 thematic areas that she mentioned earlier. So maybe some educational aspect, maybe there might be some blood donation programs you may run, which may fall under health. I don't know about the 5 thematic areas she was referencing. But apart from the fulfillment, what do members gain from being members of the club? I mean, being realistic, apart from being members and, you know, enjoying helping people and teaching people and imparting society and all of that. What do I gain being a member of the club?
Yes. So there are some benefits that you gain as a Lion member. One of the key benefits is it improves your leadership skills a lot. Because we run the club as a company. As a club president, I'm the CEO of the club. I have to make sure that the club runs efficiently, because I report to my zone chairman. The zone chairman also reports to the district governor, who also reports to our international president. And at every semester, an assessment is done. So you have to make sure that you have, fulfilled your, key performance indicators. Okay. So leadership is one of the key things, because you are leading people, maybe 25 members, 30 members. Some of these members come from different organizations. Some of them are lawyers, some of them are bankers. You have to make sure that you manage all their egos. Okay, and that is a very difficult thing to do, but you have to try to do that. And then also, we make sure that when members join, we keep them active. So, for example, we would have the hunger project that we are going to undertake. We had a committee in place. So we would have a chairman of the committee. The chairman would make sure that the committee, runs meetings, they do fundraising activities and everything, and then he would have to report to me. So all those things hone your skills. You might be working somewhere and you might not be at that leadership level, but through the Lions Clubs, you can learn these leadership skills, organization skills, planning skills, to prepare you for both your workplace and also your personal life as well. Apart from that, we organize trainings for members, and these trainings are subsidized. When you go and ask the cost of these trainings from institutions around, they are very expensive. But if you become a Lion member, you get these trainings at a subsidized fee. And also on our Lions website, we have our e-learning website. As a member, you have access to it, and there are so many courses there for free. You can go and learn these courses, and these courses help you in your day-to-day activities. So these are some of the benefits you get. Aside that, you have the network. So for example, I know Lion Sylvia works here. I need something from her company or something, but because we are members, it's easy to, so that kind of, so apart from the 25 club, there are other 41 or 42 clubs that I know the members as well. So you are in a larger organization where you can, network, and this can really help you when you
Now, I would allow you to disabuse my mind.
Okay.
I do not think, or I don't know whether it applies to your club, but there are some clubs out there that back in the day at the university, I remember one of my friends approached me and said, Charlie, let's go and join this club. Or Charlie, you be too quiet. I went to a moon, travel day inside. Charlie, go here, go here. Does that apply? I'm sure you know the clubs I'm referencing. Does that apply here as well?
Yes, I think they are traveling. We have conferences because it's a global organization. There are conferences. I think last year's one was in Canada. The previous year it was in Italy. So there are, there's opportunity. However, it's full. You have to fund it by yourself. The club doesn't fund these travels for you. But once you can afford it, it also opens, a lot of opportunities, because once you go, you're meeting millions and millions of other Lions from all over the world, and that, obviously also, creates some opportunities for you in that area.
Now, we'll be ending the conversation shortly, but I want us to, drill deep into the thematic areas you mentioned. Can you mention them for me before we come to the hangar projects that you're going to be doing?
Okay.
That's going to be the final discussion. But I want the 5 thematic areas. You can share them with me.
Okay. So as Lion Sylvia mentioned, the 5 thematic
Please
areas.
call me Lions.
Lions-
Call me Lions.
Not yet.
The
I will
5
join
PL.
soon.
you join soon.
PL
So we
is
would
a
make you a
prospective
perspective.
Lion.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So PL.
So
Summit.
PL Summit.
Yes,
Yes,
PL
yes.
Summit.
So the first one is vision. Actually, that is the key thematic area for the Lions Club. That is what they started with. So, they make sure that they do a lot of vision activities. So, the vision activity happens in October. So, every October, Lions Clubs around the world, you have to carry out an activity on vision. This year, what did
We did
eye screening
at
at
Pram
Pram
Senior
and then
High School, and then at Belacqua.
at Belacqua. So that was for our club.
Okay.
Other clubs did other things. Some collected used frames,
Okay.
and then made sure that when they go for the vision screening, those who can't afford, at least we have the frame, so maybe they can get the lens for you.
Yeah.
And in all of these things, we partner other organizations for the vision activity like this. We had iExpress who partnered us and did the vision screening for free. So we partner other organizations that also donate stuff to us. That's what I said. People might think that maybe Lions, we fund everything ourselves. We are not rich people, but we are availing our time and then our network to make sure that we get these things done. There are a lot of people out there who want to support, but they want to support in the right way.
Okay.
And the Lions Club is a very structured organization in which if you are supporting us, you know that your funds are going to where it is supposed to go.
Okay.
So that's our vision. We also have the environment as another thematic area. So in April every year, we carry out activities on the environment. We either plant trees, we go to schools, speak to them about keeping their surroundings clean, making sure that our environment is a good place, it's clean and all that. So that is that for the environment. The third one is childhood cancer.
Okay.
Childhood cancer is becoming very prevalent nowadays,
Okay.
but there's little education. When you go to the cancer unit in Kolebu, there are a lot of kids who are now cancer patients.
Yeah.
So what we do is that we try to do a lot of advocacy for parents. We tell them that the kind of symptoms that you would have to look out for in order not for your child to, to have this childhood cancer. So we do a lot of advocacy, and also we help children who, have this childhood cancer as well. We go there, donate items to them, and all that. That's the third one. The fourth one is diabetes. We also do a lot of diabetes awareness. Nowadays, diabetes is spreading very fast. So we make sure that we do a lot of diabetes screening and also a lot of advocacy. Yes. And the last one is the hunger activity that we are going to do in December and January.
Okay.
Yes.
So
So
December
these
one.
are the
Okay.
5.
When are we doing
areas.
it and where? The December one.
Okay, so it's on 10th December
Okay.
at an orphanage at Ningo.
Yes.
From 9 a.m. in the morning, and we are spending the whole day. Some of us are going with our families, so we are donating food, clothing, and other things, and then we are cooking there and serving them a hot meal, spending the whole day with them, just so that we can also, bond with them that day.
I would also like to make this point. I think there's some impression that maybe Lions clubs are expensive, very expensive. You'd have to be of some particular, class of person or something before you can join. That's not the case. Once you have the heart to serve, you can be a Lion. Of course, we pay dues. We pay international dues and district dues.
Okay.
But when you put the dues we pay together in a year, it's not up to 2,000 cedis. Even in some of the clubs, it's not up to 1,500 cedis. And we have members who break it down. Every month he pays 100. But this is a member who is committed to serve. So I think that it is said that the best legacy you can leave is when you touch lives. So we are appealing to people out there to look for a Lions Club around you, and then become a member, and you also touch lives. That is the most important thing.
All right. So, Lion Sylvia.
Yes.
P.O. Sami is asking your final words to our viewers.
Okay, so good morning once again. On the 10th of December, we are visiting an orphanage in Ningo. What's the name again?
Josh Christian.
Orphanage in Ningo. We are still open to taking donations, clothing, food stuff, books, anything that you can give us to support a life this Christmas and beyond. You may not be a lion, but you can also make a positive contribution in the life of somebody. So we are open to taking donations. You can let us know wherever. We would be able to meet you somewhere and pick up anything that you have for us.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Lion Victor, your final words.
Yeah, so basically, as Lion Sylvia has said, we would want all of you to join this activity. If you are touched and you want to give a donation, you can call 0244 329 710. You would reach me, and then wherever you are, we would come pick up the donation. And more importantly, we would want you to come to the activity, sit down with the kids, have a meal with them, speak to them. That is what we want. It's not about just giving. We want you to be there and then see how it feels to, and also bond with them. So we are encouraging everybody to be there on the 10th to support this project to become a great one.
I'm grateful that you joined me, the only PL Sami, who was joined by Lion Sylvia and then Lion Victor. And folks, as for the shoes, plenty. Your children's shoes, plenty. They don't wear it anymore. It's become tight on them. You don't use it for anything. Bring it to them.
Thank you.
You've gone to buy the oil. Yes, it's expensive. But Charlie, imagine a child smiling on the 10th because you chose to give that 4.5 kg oil to make that child enjoy some chicken. Look, some of us every day we eat chicken in our homes, but for a child in an orphanage. Maybe 6 months, and sana impo Coca-Cola. So if you walk out there, you buy a whole crate, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, whatever products, and you call them, please, I have this to give. It'll be the most beautiful gesture for the entire year. Look, beginning of the year, your career resolutions, I'm fat, media, I'm fat. But you can do this to just make amends and show God that you have also touched the life. Is there a number anybody can call?
Yes. So the number is 0244 329 710. So once you call this number, we'll get in touch with you, and then whatever donation you want to give, we'll pick it up.
Actually, with what I've said today, you should make me straight line. Because now the period, from the things I've done, you have to jump.
You've done a lot of PR.
Yes. You have to jump in from PL to Lion Straight. But I'm grateful that you joined me this morning.
Thank you very much.
And I wish you the very best on the 10th.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.